What is up, YouTube? Welcome to PanFro Games, and we have a brand new 7-star event for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, and we're going to be breaking down the new event, the new Outbreak event, and how to best deal with this 7-star raid. And of course, guys, like this type of content, enjoy these videos, please leave a like, subscribe if you're new. I really appreciate it. Consider supporting the channel by joining the Pan Fam by hitting that join channel member button below. For our first bit of news, there is going to be 7-star Ice Terra Iron Bundle with the Mightiest Mark, and this is going to be from December 21st to December 24th. So we're going to have one weekend to do this event, and it's going to begin at 4 p.m. Pacific or 7 p.m. Eastern, just like the usual time for raid battles. And it's honestly very interesting they're doing Iron Bundle, a Paradox Pokemon, as we have seen plenty of Paradox Pokemon in 5-star raids, and this one being the first to be in a 7-star raid. Personally, I was hoping for like legendary Pokemon or some other Pokemon that we don't actually have access directly in the game, but hey, I'll take another 7-star raid. And this one shouldn't be too difficult because it's going to be an Ice type Terra, which is a very weak defensive typing. So there's a lot of different things we can do with that. And stay tuned for future videos where I break down the best builds that you should use to defeat this upcoming Ice Terra Iron Bundle. Now, that's not the only thing we are getting here. We are going to be getting the Walking Wake and Iron Leaves raids. They're going to be coming back on December 24th to January 7th. So right after the Mightiest Mark raid is done for the Iron Bundle, you can finally catch your Walking Wake or Iron Leaves if you missed it the first time around. Now, if you did already catch one, unfortunately, you cannot catch them again, which I do personally think is really lame. They're going to be in 5-star raids, and honestly, these raids are going to be relatively easy to do. I made guides on in the past. I may post some updated ones on these guys again, but relatively easy raids, Water Terra and Psychic Terra, respectively. Now, we're not even done with that. We still have more events for the holidays. We have another Mass Outbreak event, which is going to be from December 21st to December 24th, so the same time during the Iron Bundle 7-star raid event. There's going to be Delibird Mass Outbreaks appearing on all 3 maps, which is Paldea, Kitakami, and the Blueberry Academy, with a boosted shiny rate. So if you don't have a shiny Delibird, this could be a good event for you. Just remember, when you do connect online during December 21st, you will be losing the old Mass Outbreak events of the Milcery. So if you're trying to farm those Milceries and Flabébés still, then don't connect online or you'll lose them and you'll have these events. Personally, I am excited for the Iron Bundle, but I'm not excited at all for the Delibird. And lastly, there is one more event. From December 24th to January 3rd, there's going to be another Mass Outbreak event for Dragon-type Pokemon, and they're going to be spawning Dratinis in Paldea, Jangmo-O in Kitakami, and Duraludon in the Terrarium. And all of these Pokemon have a mark increase. The Joyful mark will be more common, which I believe is going to be like a 5% boost to that. However, the big disappointing part is they will not be getting a shiny boost, so no easy shiny Duraludon for you guys. Fortunately, though, I did make a great, awesome Isolate Shiny Hunt Duraludon guide, so you can definitely check that out on the channel if you want to get an easy shiny Duraludon. Now let's talk about Iron Bundle in depth. So Iron Bundle is normally an Ice and Water type Pokemon, so it's going to be getting Stab from both of those moves, and it's going to be Ice Terra, so it's going to be getting a Terra boost and a Stab boost on all his Ice type moves. So definitely don't bring a Pokemon that is going to be weak to Ice or weak to Water, but especially weak to Ice, or you're going to have a terrible time. Now, Ice-type Pokemon are weak to 4 different types, which is going to be Rock, Fighting, Steel, and Fire. And looking at Iron Bundle's moves, or looking at its stats here, we can see that it is a really frail Pokemon on the special defensive side. Only 60 special defense and 56 HP, meaning we want to hit this Pokemon with all the special attacking moves that we can. Physical attackers will be at a huge disadvantage, as 114 defense is actually pretty decently high, and with 56 HP, it's not a great HP stat, but that defense stat is pretty good, so you definitely don't want to focus on physical attackers, but focus more on special attackers. Now, the other big thing is Iron Bundle is incredibly fast, and it's going to be super hard to get attacks off before it, so you want to be able to take some attacks from it, because 136 speed is some of the fastest speeds that we can see in Pokemon right now, and 124 attack with that Ice Terra boost and an Ice type damage move is going to be really scary, so definitely watch out for that, and that physical attack stat is something that we don't have to worry about whatsoever. Now, looking at the moves it knows, it has a very limited move set, and it's not going to use any physical moves, so we can ignore those. But the main ones from the level up moves is going to definitely be Freeze Dry to counter any water types. It's going to be doing stab, super effective Terra boosted damage to water type Pokemon. So I would also not bring water type Pokemon because of Freeze Dry. Blizzard is definitely a scary move, and it does have the ability to set up Snow with Snow Escape. And I do think the turn 0 move or the turn 1 move will be Snow Escape. And then after Snow Escape, I do believe it's going to set up Aurora Veil. Now, Aurora Veil, if you don't know, is a move that can only be set up when it's snowing. And when it is snowing, you set up Aurora Veil for 5 turns, and it's like Reflect and Light Screen at the exact same time. And I do believe the Iron Bundle will be doing that strategy. There are a couple ways to get away from this strategy. You can either change the weather, or you can use like a move like Brick Break, or you can use Raging Bull, or you can use Psychic Fangs to break through the screen. So there is a couple of ways to counteract that, and then we can easily pummel up this Iron Bundle. Now, looking at some of the other moves that it learns by TM, it does get Chilling Water that can lower our physical attack stat for sure. Icy Wind can lower our speed, so I can see that happening. Coverage moves, Air Cutter is probably the only coverage move that it actually gets on the special side, which is pretty funny. Once again, Ice Beam, Hydro Bump, Blizzards. This is going to be like its trio of big, powerful moves. It also gets Hyper Beam, which I don't think is going to use, and Terra Blast, which will just be Terra Ice, so that probably won't be using that either. I can also see it use Electric Terrain to give itself the booster energy boost, and it's going to be boosting its highest stat, which will most likely be the speed stat here, unless it's somehow a modest Iron Bundle. Then it could be giving itself a special attack boost, which will definitely be scary if it is modest, because that's even more damage with the nature, and then the Electric Terrain will be giving it the, I believe, the 1.3 boost to its special attack. So that could be scary. But most likely, it'll probably go to its speed, meaning it will get a 1.5 boost to its speed, because that's how booster energy ends up working for their abilities. So, honestly, Iron Bundle, I'm not too terribly afraid. You use a special attacker, probably not a fire type, because it's going to have stab, super effective water type moves against you. But there are some really strong steel type Pokemon. I personally think Golden might be the key here. You resist ice moves, you do stab, super effective steel type damage to it as well. So if you have some really good setups, I could potentially see a 1-turn KO go off on this Iron Bundle. But let me know in the comment section below what Pokemon you plan on bringing. I'll have a guide out very soon on the best builds that you should build, solo builds, and a 1-turn KO strategy to defeat this Iron Bundle. And of course, guys, if you like this type of content, enjoy these videos, please leave a like, subscribe if you're new. I really appreciate it, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out, and have a great one.